Hey guys, welcome to MCcrea Tea, where we sip the tea or see if it's too hot to handle. Today, I'm here with
Yurdy.
and we're just doing a little interview, trying to get all the gossip, trying to get into the deep crevices of what's going on in his career right now.
Trying to be
please
messy, it sound like.
So please just introduce yourself, who you are, how old you are, and where you're from.
How y'all doing, man? I'm Yurdy, from Cincinnati, Ohio. It don't matter how old I am, man. You know what I'm saying? It really don't matter because I want to keep y'all confused. Y'all say he don't have no facial hair, but he got gray hair. Man, what's going on?
What made you get into your career? Like, what really pushed you to say, I want to do music and I'm going to focus on that?
Man, good question, good question. I honestly just believe music always has been in me. And I always like putting my words together to create a higher message. So I guess just really want to broadcast certain messages. I would say that, yeah.
So it's more of like a statement piece for you instead of focusing on the music in general?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I definitely try to make sure that with every song, it does have an overall message. Even if it's ratchet, even if it's raunchy, like it still has a backdoor message.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah.
And another question I do have is, who influenced you to say, I'm going to make this type of music and focus on that genre in general?
Well, the genre part was just mostly what I heard growing up. So I kind of gravitated towards it because that was what all my peers was listening to, my parents, family members. So I was kind of brought up in that genre, and it resonated with me. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, we could say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you grow up around certain things, like me, I grew up around mostly R&B, pop.
Okay.
But then there was a point where I frictioned, and I was like, let me listen to some rap.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I'm a pivot.
Okay.
So now I listen to more rap, R&B. Pop
Okay.
isn't really for me no more.
Yeah.
But
Now I love R&B. I love a good R&B song.
I focus more on lyrics.
Okay.
Whereas I want to know what's going on behind the scenes in the song, like what's the message that I'm trying to get from it, instead of being, oh, this is lit. Like, I'd rather know what's going on.
Well, see, now when I'm creating, I do care about my lyrics. But when I'm listening to other people, I don't really care about their lyrics that much.
Yeah. I get that, though.
You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
sometimes I'm like that, too, where I'm
Yeah.
just like,
just vibing out.
I need
just
to have a little time where I'm like, let me go ahead and listen to this.
Because the vibe can also give you a message. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be listening to an R&B song and, you know, whoever the singer is can hum something just right. And you felt it. She ain't say no words, but you still felt it.
Yeah. Who do you say influenced you the most in the rap game? Like, who is your favorite artist that influenced you to push this forward?
That's a hard question. Because I listen to so many artists. But I would say growing up, Nas, Wayne, Jeezy. I'd say I listened to a lot of those people growing up. Definitely. And I still respect them to this day. I still respect their craft to this day. I mean, and it's a whole list of others. Don't get me wrong. It's a whole list of others. But I'll probably say when I think about me being inspired or me trying to pick apart maybe their styles or something that they did incorporated in their music, probably those people.
Okay.
Man, let me sip my tea before you try to make me spill it, man.
Let's see if I can get something juicy. Let's see what I can just craft. Let's see what I can
he's starting.
craft.
Yeah, that's why I took my sip. He's starting.
If you had to pick one person out right now to get a feature from, who would it be and why?
Okay. One person out right now to get a feature from. Well, I could say it would probably be a lady. I could say that. Just because that's what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? The women have a lot of power right now, and they got a big wave. It would probably be like a assembled team. Like, you know what I'm saying? It would probably be like 2 or 3 of them. Maybe a female rapper, a female singer, something like that. I don't really know a name, but because I go more so off vibes.
Yeah.
So I could listen to an artist and be like, oh, I really like what they put together. But then we get in the studio and we don't click. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would have to actually get in the studio with them.
So like you need to see how they actually do things
Yeah,
first before you need to
well, not
jump
first,
in
just
music.
with because sometimes just sounds don't mesh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people like faster music. Sometimes people like slower music. Sometimes people can't get their element around certain people. So, I don't know. Sometimes it'll be weird in the studio. Mm-hmm. You just never know what people's process is.
Okay, so we're going to get into the next part of this interview where it's called Music Roulette.
Music Roulette,
basically, we spin a wheel, whatever song it lands on, we talk about that song, we listen to the song, and we got to get the background of everything that's going on with it. So here goes my wheel right here.
I like that. I like that idea. This is a first for me, by the way. I like that.
Now you can just go ahead and spin it.
Okay. What we gonna get? Talking back, of course. So you said, what's the story behind that?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's actually an interesting story behind that. So I wrote that song at like 4 a.m. I was asleep on the couch. I think I was watching, what was I watching, man? Like Martin or something. And I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I said, man, I need to write something. Got on YouTube, man, just trying to find some vibes. I don't really use YouTube beats, but I just wanted to find some vibes. The second beat I selected, it wasn't the first, it was the second one. I started bobbing my head as soon as it came on. As soon as I heard the beat, I started talking to the racks. Them hoes started talking back. I said, oh, that's crazy. I had to grab my phone, hurry up, start writing. And then I sat back and I was like, I was having a reflective time about my dad. He had passed, and I was trying to like embody his energy because he was a big fan of my music. So I was trying to embody his energy, and I was like, man, what could be something I could say or I could play that'll make him be like, yeah, that's that one. So after that, my fingers just start going. So that's why in the song I say I don't even want a plaque. I just want them to hear me rap. I got one voicemail. When I want to hear him, I run it back. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about my dad. So it was just the overall energy. It was just going. So my engineer, Sparks, he's my producer and my engineer. I called him like in a couple hours because it was like 4 a.m. I think I called him at like 8 a.m. I'm like, bruh, I got to get in the studio today. I got something to say. I got something to drop. Like, I got to get in there today. He like, all right, shit, come through later. Came through, dropped it. He looked at me. He said, bro, I think we got one. I said, I told you I had some shit. I told you I had something to say. So that's kind of how that whole thing, it was just organic. It just came to me.
Do you feel like it's more personal type of song, or do you feel like it's something most people can relate to?
Both, honestly. I feel like it's personal because I put personal lyrics in there. And I feel like it was personally how I was feeling. But I also feel like it's relatable because it gets you in a certain mode to grind, get you in a certain mode to stack, to push through, to just embody that beast mentality. Like, so yeah.
Okay. And then just like talking back to that struggle and pushing it aside and then pushing forward. Yeah,
it's basically like, so you know, people say, you know, talk to me nice or whatever. It's like, or then you have sayings like talk is cheap. Put your money where your mouth is. So it's kind of like playing off of all of those as well, like talking to the money and start talking back. Basically, like I'm talking to the money nice, I'm treating it nice. It's starting to talk back to me. It's coming back now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just kind of a play on a lot of things.
Okay. If you were to say, I'm going to the biggest city I want to perform to, and you do perform that, what do you want people to take away in general? Or if someone comes up to you and they're asking you and they're telling you like you're my hero, what's the first thing you're going to say back to that person?
So I haven't had that particular situation, but I had something similar happen to me. I was in Atlanta in a studio down there, Rich World Studios. Shout out to y'all. It was a young artist in there, and as I was writing, because we was making it, obviously we was making music. It was 3 guys on the song. We was all writing our verse on spot. We picked out the beat. And as I started telling the room what I had, this young artist gravitated towards me, and he literally said, he was like, man, I want to rap like you. I want to sound like you. And I was kind of taken back because I don't got no platinum records out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm on the climb, I'm on the come up, you know, and I do see that in the future, but it's not right now. So my response to him was, honestly, it was shock. Like, wow. Like, it warmed my heart, too. Because it's like, you really can touch people. Like, you really touching people. So I would probably say thank you.
Okay.
Honestly.
So, like, you didn't expect someone to admire you at this point?
Not to the point where they was genuinely wanted to be like idolize me. You know what I'm saying? Be like me in a certain way. Like, I want to sound like you. I want to rap like you.
Yeah, that's a touchy subject, too, because when someone comes up to you and could be like, oh, I want to be like you, you could be like, you don't know everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of like, you say you want to be like me, I don't know if you want
don't want these problems.
You want this aspect. Let's keep it right here. Let's just stay right there.
Exactly.
What made you come up with Feature Friday?
So, honestly, it started off as Freestyle Friday, which it was originally called that. And it was just a way for me to stay in people's face, stay fresh on people's minds, and just really knocking the rust off because I had stopped making music for quite some time. So it was just getting back into the swing of things and just realizing that I can touch more people through this screen than I can hand to hand.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what it was. And I know I can put this together. I know I could rap. So let me let other people know that I can rap. And it started like that.
Okay. So do you see Feature Friday as a thing you do forever? Like throughout your career? Whether it's I'm at a low point, I'm at a high point, I'm comfortable. Like throughout any point, do you see it being continuously done?
So it's funny that you asked that because originally when I got it going, maybe like the second or third Friday, and I started to realize, like, I could have a run at this. This could be something. People are responding well, and it's easy, and I'm having fun. I told myself I'm going to do it for a year.
Okay.
I'm going to do it for a year, then give them something else. But who's to say after a year I won't keep going? Who's to say that? You know what I mean?
If it worked, why stop?
Yeah, especially, if it gets to the point, when it gets to the point that I'm making it for more corporations and bigger businesses and things like that, if the check is right, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I need bank and make the pay.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it.
I gotta make some money.
Cut the check for Feature Friday, man. Cut the check for Feature Friday.
Okay, my next question is, what's the hardest thing you've been through in your career right now?
I would say the hardest thing that I've been through in my career is knowing that I had the talent, the passion, and the skill, and having to push that aside. Not really being able to explore that or showcase that. It's just like living with a beast inside you. That was probably the hardest thing. The time that I wasn't making music.
So it's more like you kind of pushed back and let it just kind of go. Like so when you weren't making music, it was more you felt like I gotta stop, or was it?
Yeah, I did feel like at the time that I stopped, I did feel like I had to. For multiple reasons. A lot of it was family reasons though. Like music wasn't bringing in thousands and thousands of dollars. The kids got to eat. So
right.
That's
so
all
it was more
was.
of like a reflection period. Like, let me get what I got going on done. Reflect on how I'm going to push forward.
Yeah, because sometimes you got to live life to be able to talk about it.
Yeah. What's the biggest thing that drives you in your career?
The biggest thing that drives me in my career is, I would say, legacy. I would definitely say legacy. Just creating one, leaving one, building one.
Okay.
So, who's to say, 100 years from now, they still won't be listening to Yurdy.
You got to manifest.
Exactly.
Put it out there. What's the first thing you do when you're writing a song? Like, what's the first thing you think you always have to do when you're having a song together?
The first thing I do when I hear a beat is I'm really quiet. I'm really quiet, and I make sure I listen to all the sounds, even the low ones that you can't hear, the high ones that may be in the background. I don't really have any words until the vibe is right.
Okay.
Then that's when the words come. I don't think I got too much tea to spill. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. What music can we expect? Like, is there going to be a project? What do you think you're pushing your career to be for the next years?
I think that as far as project wise, as far as EP album, it's ready. It been ready. I'm still adding to it. I probably got 3 projects right now on tuck. But it's just a particular way that I want to drop it, and the way that I want to drop it is with a check. So if y'all gonna pay me to make the album, to push the album, to release the album, then y'all can have the album.
Right.
But other than that, it's just singles, videos, driving the traffic to Feature Fridays, building a core audience, building a community. We got merch coming. So those are more so the things that we're going to focus on, more so than full-length projects.
Once you build it to a certain point, then you'll start dropping more.
Yeah, and just thinking of it realistically, if you don't have a certain amount of listeners per month, like Spotify listeners, or people are not rushing to download your music, you may drop 10 to 14 songs or 7 to 9 or whatever, if it's an EP or full album, and nobody's listening to them.
And then it'd be more of a waste of time.
It's a waste of time because now you feel like you've unloaded the clip to the world, and now you feel like those songs are old. Now you feel like they're throwaways. Versus focusing on that one song and that marketing for 6 months. The next 6 months, focus on another song and that marketing. Now you got through a whole year with 2 songs.
So it's kind of like you keeping the good stuff locked up, and then you gonna push it once it get to a certain point. Where you feel
once it's a demand for it. And just think of just in sales, it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
If it's not a demand for it, they don't want it.
Yeah, like why put it out if I can't get nothing back in a sense?
Yeah, it has to be a demand for it. So, and that's another reason why I did start Feature Fridays, is to build a demand, build up anticipation. Once they see that you do have good product and that you can consistently deliver good product, they're going to buy the product.
Right, yeah. I do have these here, which is, one is Spill the Tea.
Okay.
One is Take the Heat.
Okay.
So one is more of a truth, one is more of like...
There, okay.
So it's both just saying things in general. So
All
you
right.
can pick just one.
All right, so I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, this is not premeditated, y'all. I do not know what I'm picking. I feel like this one, though. All right. Spill the tea. Okay, what is your relationship status? All right. Relationship status. I'm not single. I'm not mingling.
Lockdown.
The key is in the key in the lock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you put the key in the lock, you don't turn it all the way, but the key is in the lock. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. We ain't gonna touch that. I don't know how to answer, but we ain't gonna touch on that because that ain't the answer. But we ain't gonna touch on that. We ain't even gonna say nothing.
Woo.
Let's just move past it because I can't get nobody caught up. I ain't even gonna do that to you. But what you want to say to your fans for this closing segment?
Man, just express gratitude, man. Just thank y'all. Keep rocking with me. Keep tuning in to Feature Friday. I love y'all, and keep downloading, keep streaming, and we're gonna keep the ball rolling.
And you want to plug your Instagram real quick for my fans
yeah, definitely.
Too?
Follow me on Instagram at Yurdy, YURDY_.
Thank you so much for joining me for this interview. And that's MCcrea Tea, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this tea, or if it was too hot to handle, y'all can drop that in the comments. Go onto the YouTube, go onto the Spotify, and I'll see y'all next time.
Let's
Thank you for
go.
listening.